My grandfather was never a man to show much expression, but I can remember the look on his face whenever I found his old rusted shotgun out in the shed at his house. He smiled whenever I handed it over to him, and he explained that he had it around the same age as I was at the time. I was 13, and he said that it fell out of his gun cabinet and hit the floor and cracked the stock, and it hadn't been used since then, so it sat out in the shed and rusted up. But he knew that I'd been wanting a shotgun, and so he went ahead and told me that if I would fix it up with him, that he would let me have the shotgun. So for the next 3 months, just the two of us worked to repair the gun to its original condition. This is one of the last few memories that I have of my grandfather. That and his Zippo that he gave to me. He carried this most every day of his adult life, which he smoked, and this is why he passed away. I wish I could have spent a little bit more time with him and got to know him better, but from the time that I did get to spend with him, I found out how great of a man he was and everything that he accomplished in life. My grandfather's name was Doug Verbert. He lived from 1932 to 2004, and he's survived by his wife Sandra and his 3 daughters, Lisa, Jan, and Elizabeth. My grandfather joined the Air Force in 1950. He was 18 years old and had just graduated from high school. He trained in Florida and was later shipped off to Korea, where he flew reconnaissance missions, where he gathered important information, which saved lives, money, and also time. Secondly, my grandfather always did the best he could to take care of his family. He was honorably discharged from the Air Force in 1955. He then proceeded to go back to school to become an electrical engineer, where he specialized in hospital electrical engineering. And this work was very, very stressful to him. It caused him health problems, and it also caused him to have a prominent stutter. But he stuck with this job because it was able to provide for his family and, pay for them, allow them to be clothed and go to school and have enough food on the table. So he stuck with this career till his retirement in 1999. Lastly, my grandfather stood for what he believed in, what he believed to be true and right in his mind. Now, this didn't always mean that it made people happy. He didn't put on a face to make people happy. But this is what gained people's respect and what people admired about him. And, he always stood for his values and his morals. My grandfather was a breed of dying men. He fought for our country. He did whatever it took to help with his family and to support his family. And he stayed true to his morals and values always. I'm thankful that I got to know my grandfather a little bit better and the opportunity to restore this long-forgotten shotgun. He will be missed, and he will always be remembered.